Good morning. So I am the new CEO, and I do work for a bank, but I didn't bring any free samples today, so sorry. It's an honor and a privilege to be up here with these esteemed panelists, and also the honor I have of being part of the WSFS family. And there's a number of my WSFS associates in the audience here today. I wanted to acknowledge them because we have a fantastic team, and it's really my honor and privilege to be chosen the next president and CEO of WSFS. So thank you. So I'm going to do my top 10 in a reverse order, a little bit like a David Letterman reverse order than how I wrote them out when I originally wrote them. But I think you'll see it kind of builds up as we go along. So the first one is grow and improve. So we are operating in a world today where things are changing very, very quickly. And you have to be committed to learning and growing if you're going to be successful as an individual in your personal or professional life. One of the most important things that we do at WSFS is we do a lessons learned exercise on almost every significant initiative that we undertake, whether it's good or bad, failure or success, to help us learn to grow and improve. And that includes spending time with associates who have left WSFS and have come back. We call them boomerangers, to learn from that experience and what we can do better so that we can improve as a company. Don't be afraid to make bold decisions. These times dictate that you have to be prepared to make bold decisions. One of the biggest bold decisions that we made in this last generation as we were coming out of 2009 and 2010, while many of our competitors were hunkering down through the Great Recession, once we got our arms around what we thought the impact was going to be to WSFS, we made the decision to accelerate several years of investment in our strategic plan to position us for future growth when we ultimately would come out of the recession, as we all knew we would. We just didn't know when. And that turned out to be very contrarian because it impacted our earnings for a few years, but it really ended up being a huge driver of our recent success as we really were positioned to take advantage of the recovering economy. This is one I'm living with every day right now as in my new role. Manage your time. There's nothing wrong with saying no, and we all have many competing factors pulling at us every day, and through technology and other areas, there's just multitude opportunities to get distracted. You have to learn how to manage your time if you're going to be an effective associate, leader, or coworker. Give back. So at WSFS, we believe obviously what's good for our communities is good for us. And a very large part of what we do, obviously, as a community bank is give back to the community. Every WSFS associate is paid for 4 hours a month to give back in their own way to their community. So they can take that time and go do whatever they want to do. All we ask them is to log in volunteer hours so we can track that and celebrate that. But it's up to them, as opposed to coming up with some corporate initiative and then telling people to, help us support that initiative. We do some of that as well, but we think the most effective way to support your community is let individuals do it in the way that they want to do it. Celebrate your success while remaining humble. We all work very hard. We all should take the time to celebrate when we have success, but we should never do it in an arrogant way. And I think one of the great things about our company is we've tried to stay and remain humble despite our recent success. It's something you have to work at every day, and we tell people if you ever see us kind of moving along that continuum from humility to arrogance, please let us know, because it was unintentional. Associate engagement. So this is really the foundation of the culture at WSFS. We have engaged associates who love what they do, who love serving their customers, and in turn, we have customers who are engaged with us. When you have an engaged environment, it's just incredibly vibrant. It's what makes people want to come work at WSFS. It's what makes people want to bank with us, and it makes us a very, very healthy and vibrant company for our customers and our associates. Have a clear strategic plan and stick to it. So WSFS operates with 3-year strategic plans. We just completed the last year of our current strategic plan, and we're about to roll out our 2019 through 2021 strategic plan. It's a bottoms-up process developing that plan, and we share it with every associate in the company so that they're fully connected and aware of the strategic direction that we intend to take the company over the next 3 years. Every major decision that our company takes, the first lens that we look at that decision through is this consistent with our strategic plan? And trust me, there's thousands of fabulous ideas that come at us every day. And if it doesn't work with our strategic plan, we don't spend 10 seconds thinking about it. We put it off and we focus on the things that are consistent with our strategic plan. Plan and manage for the long term. So we are, as many of you are probably aware, we are a publicly traded company, so everybody gets to see every day how the Wall Street evaluates what we're doing. In fact, we're living through a period now, as many of you know, through the back half of last year, where our stock, like a lot of stocks, declined significantly, over 30% over the course of just a few months, even though nothing really had changed at WSFS. You can't let the short-term markets or short-term thinking get in the way of long-term decisions. The decisions that you make need to be consistent with that strategic plan. Stay focused on that and don't get distracted by short-term movements in your stock price or other things. Have a clear mission. We have a very clear mission at WSFS. It's We Stand for Service. It happens to be an acronym of our initials of the Wilmington Savings Fund Society. But when you have a clear mission, and if you really step back and think about it, there's a lot in those 4 words. And all of our associates understand and appreciate that. And I think it's really easy for them to come in every day, no matter what they do, and connect to what they do to what that mission is. And that's what makes a healthy company. And last is culture. You know, it's a well-worn term that culture beats strategy or product every day of the week. We have a fabulous culture at WSFS. All of our associates live it every day. And if you don't have a strong, healthy culture, you can have the best business idea, the best product, the best strategy. It will never work. So it's all about culture. So those are my 10 ideas. Thanks again for allowing me to be here today.